1, 2, 3,
Go.
Hey! And that's how it's done, boys.
Oh,
and
don't
Jacks.
even come in here
wait,
hot.
Hold on. We gotta turn off the air.
Ah,
Sorry, we gotta turn
fucking
off the
tits.
air. Can we cheers on the 3 this time? Can we cheers on the 3?
Sure, Jet.
Spirits are high, man. Spirits are high
Spirits
tonight.
are not fucking high.
1, 2, 3.
There you go.
Hey, there we go. Drink it. Oh, that's tough shit, bro.
You're gonna have to man up.
I am manning up. I'm drinking it, aren't I? Oh, it's in my throat.
No shit.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Heavily Spiced Podcast. I'm your host, Jet, and alongside me today is my best friend, Kendall. Woo! Back again.
Yeah, again.
Again. We're not going to talk about that.
No,
Should we talk about
well,
that?
we're gonna 100% talk about it. Go ahead and tell him, Jet. I'm gonna let you do the honors.
All right, so I got we recorded an episode earlier. Well, I used the term recorded very loosely here because
We
turns
didn't.
out I was not recording the episode at all. So this is actually the second time that we're doing it.
So we just spent an hour and a half
we just
talking,
spent
and now
an
we're gonna
hour.
sit down and take two.
Here's the thing. When I set up this whole place, Kendall's apartment does not look like this at all. Okay? It does not look anything like this.
What do you mean?
The table's not this far
Oh,
out.
right,
Everything's
right,
there's
right,
no
right.
lights. It's nothing. I have to spend a whole fucking hour to 2 hours getting set up here. Oh, Jax. Here, her dog Jax is here again. Last time he was locked in that room, but this time he's underneath the table. So you might see a dog running around here. You might hear a little bark. We're just gonna let him do what he has to do because it's just easier this way. So anyways, I was here like at fucking 6 o'clock. We got a burger, or I got a burger. You got hummus or some shit, which was awful.
You
I'm gonna
like
vote
the baba ganoush or whatever in the tzatziki sauce?
Tzatziki sauce was so fucking good.
Whatever.
God dang, it was so good. And the
I
baba
love
ganoush was
hummus.
pretty good. The hummus, though, could not match with
I
those
love
at all.
hummus.
But let's not get off topic here. So, we were supposed to record a podcast, and now we're having to re-record it. I immediately.
So that's why we're
once
drinking.
Once the podcast ended, I was like, fuck.
I thought you
This
were
isn't
kidding when you were over
recording.
there. I thought you were joking
I
with me.
know.
You were like, "Oh, I don't think it was
I
recording,"
wish
and I
it
was
was
like,
a
"Ha
joke.
ha, Jet."
No,
He's
I
like,
was like,
"I'm
no, I'm
so
serious.
serious."
I'm dead fucking serious. I don't think it was recording.
Jet goes,
It's
"All right,
that
we-
moment of like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh fuck me. It's that moment. Okay. I just had a fucking vivid flashback. You're in middle school, or in high school, or in college, where the fuck school you're in. Who's ever listening to this? If you're in elementary school listening to this, you're in school, and you get this moment of like, the teacher's like, your papers are due today, and you have this oh shit moment.
where you're like,
Oh fuck.
"I don't have my fucking paper.
I don't have that.
I gotta start
God damn
thinking
it.
of the excuses."
Oh man. Ugh. So that's kind of the moment I had where I was like, God damn it.
And Jet instantly was like, "All right, we
I was
gotta
like-
sit back down and do it right now, or else we're
I
not
was
gonna
like,
do
here's
it."
the thing. I'm just gonna cut straight. I think that's one of my strengths here is that I'm good at cutting straight to the fucking point where I'm like, okay, look, we can either just not do it again and just call it quits and just we had only one camera was recording. So I was like, either we can just go with that or we just have to say right now we're doing it again. Because if we linger too long, it's going to get to the point where we're just not going to want to do it.
Right. I
And
was
we were in
almost
the
there.
zone, though.
We
were in the fucking
were.
zone. But
We
you
did
know what? We're going to get
well.
back into the zone. We're going to get back into it. And this podcast is going to beat the shit out of the
help.
other podcasts.
This will help.
What are we drinking? Rum and Sprite?
No whiskey.
Oh.
And then no, I know
Oh.
everybody's like, "Why are you putting that with Sprite?" It's all we had. Okay.
I had to turn my phone on airplane mode real quick. Sorry, I forgot to do that. I'm going to throw it across the room, actually. All right, let's begin. Oops. It almost hit the camera. That was about
I
bad.
know. That's what
I
I
was
like,
real
"Ooh."
close to hitting that camera. It's fine. It's
All
just a
right,
fun,
let's
whatever.
do
dude.
this.
All right. Welcome back again. I want to go ahead and reiterate what this podcast is about. Pretty much whatever I want to talk about. Whatever is the hot topics of the week. Whatever I think is interesting. Kind of whatever comes to my mind. 3 things come to my mind this week. TikTok.
Absolutely has to.
And we're gonna dive deep into TikTok, what the ban means, what we think about that, but more importantly, how TikTok and social media influences culture, and specifically in culture, music. I think that's going to take up the majority of time.
Definitely.
So that kind of counts as 2. I hate TikTok. You love TikTok.
I love it.
So that's why we're kind of here. I'm sticking up for I think, majority of the internet, you think hates TikTok? Or you think a minority?
I think minority for sure.
Well, you're on the majority side. I'm on the minority side. So we'll get into that later. But I want to go ahead and give a shout out to everyone who fucking subscribed to the podcast because we're now at 80 instead of 69. So thank you so much for doing that. It means the fucking world to me. Honest to God. And all the comments we got too.
And if you haven't done it.
Cheers to you, bro. Cheers to you.
And if you haven't, go ahead and take this time and hit that subscribe button.
Hit that whiskey and Sprite. It doesn't taste good.
It doesn't, but I mean, it
it's
doesn't.
all we got right now. And that's all we're going off of. So if you're of age, cheers, brother.
And if you're not, cheers, brother.
Then just drink the Sprite. All right, so let's go ahead.
She's sweet.
Oh, not sweet.
I know you're not a liquor person though.
I never
I
drink.
am.
I never drink. If I drink, I'm drinking beer, and that's
Angry Orchard, baby.
Angry Orchard. Shout out to my boys, the Crisp Apple Cider Boys. Is that the worst thing? I want to go and say, I did that as a joke. I did that as a meme. A lot of what I do is just as an inside joke or a meme. I like Angry Orchards, but I know the stigma that's involved with drinking a fucking cider.
But that's you. You're like, if I like it anyways, I'm going to drink it and not give a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, fuck them, dude. Who gives
Yeah.
a shit? Who honestly gives
You
a
do you.
fuck, bro? Who gives a shit? So, anyways, we're going to talk about the criticism that I got surrounding the podcast.
And the compliments.
And the compliments. There's a lot of compliments, which I do appreciate. But I'm always kind of like, I want more criticism. Because I think through criticism, we can kind of grow.
Agreed.
And kind of like sort of weed it out and see where we're going from there. So, the main criticism that I got was the lighting and the editing and blah, blah, blah. It was all against me. You got all the compliments. I got all the criticism.
I was told by several people that apparently I have a great podcasting voice.
I like to think it's the mics I bought, but hey, you know
I'd like
what?
to
I'm
think
gonna let
it's
you
my
relish
voice.
in this idea that it was good.
People love to hear me talk.
To be honest with you, I was really against not you being on the podcast because obviously I had you on here, so I wanted you on here. But you just don't know until you're in front of the camera.
Yeah, that's true.
You just don't know how well someone's gonna do. Because talking in real life and talking on a microphone in front of all this equipment and shit.
Right. But you also know me and I could talk
Completely
a wall's ear off.
You do talk a lot. We work together.
You talk a lot too, so we're one of the same.
I talk a lot about a dumb shit that people don't care about.
I talk even when I'm not talking to people. I'm like, I'm not fucking talking to you. I'm talking to me.
Yeah.
Mind your own business.
You'll be over there staring at a blank wall talking. Insert the meme, that hot meme where that guy's talking to a brick wall.
Whatever.
All right. That's funny.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you, right?
I don't give a
That's
shit.
you
There's
at work.
so many times where someone will be like, what? I'm like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm having a conversation with myself.
No, okay. I found it. The greatest thing I like doing is just talking out loud.
Right.
And then someone somewhere will jump in with a conversation. And
Right.
Be like, what?
Or
What
don't.
What are you saying? And I'm like, I'm just talking, bro.
Listen or don't.
Yeah,
Just
listen or
talking to hear
don't.
my own voice.
Yeah. I'll be like, y'all want to watch Ratatouille later? How many times do you hear me say that? Well, how many times do you hear me say I'm fucking starving at work?
It's that, or it's, all right, guys, we're going to have
guys.
a great shift, or we're going to have an awful shift, but it's all about the memories, right, guys?
It'll be 10 minutes before close. I'm like, all right, let's have an alley rally real quick, guys. I know everyone's busy right now.
Nobody
And no one's
turns
listening.
around.
No one's
Nobody
listening. And
flinches.
I'm just in the moment. I'm like, okay. I just want to go and say, let's have a good shift tonight. Let's make lots of money. Let's make lots of money. But most importantly, let's make lots of memories. Because really, that's what it's about. And that's what this podcast is about.
Making memes.
Making money. So please subscribe because I want to quit my job so fucking bad. Anyways.
So what is the other hate comment you got? You got one by the lights, and then you got another one.
So a lot of it was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Good shit, whatever. Which I'm appreciative for. Besides me getting facts wrong, which is going to happen a lot because I just kind of talk out of my ass.
At least you can admit it.
Yeah. I mean, it's whatever. I got the Emancipation Proclamation wrong or some dumb shit that no one gives a fuck about except my friend Sam. So fuck you. I also got a criticism from our coworker, Ty. So shout out to him, who said, man, I watched the whole thing, but like, I'll be honest with you. It wasn't entertaining. And I was like, interesting. No one really comes up to me and says that. They usually just, pat me on the back, telling me I did a good job. So I was like, let me let me see. What do you mean? Like, how do you mean? Like, I want to pick your brain. I want to know exactly why you think that, because no one else is saying that. So what do you think? And he's like, man, I'll be honest with you. You just sit in front of a mic and talk for an hour.
AKA a podcast.
And I was like, Ty, that's what a podcast is. He's like, yeah, but, you know, just try to be funny or something. And I was like, holy shit, dude.
But like we were saying, it's not your type of podcast. There are comedy podcasts.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing. When I was making YouTube videos of vlogs, which were shit content, they were fun as fuck, though. I'd do them again. God, easily. I still film every now and again. But when I was doing that shit, it was like people would just come up to you and give you ideas and criticism. Yeah. And it's like, well, who do you listen to?
Right.
I mean, does this guy have any idea about doing a podcast?
Right.
You know? So, I appreciate the comments and criticism. It's like, you know, you kind of got to.
Yeah. It's about what you know.
It's weird because no one's going to go up to you. This is why people don't want to give me criticism, because they don't want to go up to me and tell me.
You suck.
Yeah. Like, if I were to be like, we work as servers. And I was like, give me criticism on my job. No one's going to fucking do that. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to be like, you need to do this better.
Your job.
That's beside the point. But if I'm washing dishes, no one's going to be like, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to, you know. No one's going to do that. Yeah. You know? So why would it be different for any podcast? Yeah. But I appreciate the criticism. So if you have any, just feel free to comment. I kind of want to create like a community, around this place. That's what I want more.
Hate comments.
I welcome the haters and I welcome the lovers, really.
And yes, I love it.
So any criticism, if you got criticism for Kendall, feel free to call her out too.
We don't.
So
none over here.
Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and get into TikTok before I don't want to get too meta. So let's talk about the TikToks.
Talk about TikTok.
I want to go and take my stance on it. Fuck TikTok. I hate it.
I love it.
Fuck that shit.
I think it's so entertaining. I think there's so many.
Yeah, I'll let you have the floor. I was going to say that was another criticism I had. I did not let her have the floor. So
it's okay. I don't need the floor.
Explain TikTok to me like I'm an idiot.
TikTok is.
Sell me on it, actually.
Okay. I'll try. TikTok is an app, a platform, if you will, that you have an option to release a 30-second video or a 60-second video. That video can contain whatever you want. A lot of it can be streamed through music with like lip singing or dancing. There's a lot of the TikTok community that is like cooking. There's a lot of like TikTok recipes people joke about. And then there's any kind of career you could possibly think of. There's so many people that like even do vlogs on TikTok. I know that's weird for you to think because I know you vlog, but in 60 seconds, how can you vlog throughout a day? But like,
no,
there's bits, there's all that kind of stuff. There's vlogs. There's like, this is my career. This is what I do in a day. This is like something random that's like so minuscule that you'd never even think of that I follow and is so soothing for some reason is like how you create glass stuff. Mm-hmm. There's this like, I follow this one page. I'm like, I never even knew. Like, and I watch this sculptor sculpt glass, like with the fire and shit like that. I'm like, that's so cool.
Yeah. I think that's like a side of TikTok because all I get from TikTok or all I perceive from TikTok is just cringy ass.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about how some of the guys on there who are like 16 or whatever.
TikTok boys. They're just lip singing songs with their shirt off, biting their lip, looking sexy. Fuckboy's a douchebag fuckboy. Yeah. But it's so funny because they'll come on and be like, they'll embrace it because they know. But at the same time, that's the videos that they post that are that cringe, that fuckboy, that douchebag. That's what gets them the million.
Can you speak
views.
For all women real quick?
Why?
Is being a fuckboy attractive?
You're gonna get like it's a yes and no. Like
I guess it's the same for you to be like, is being, you know, like the woman
being a
side.
Bitch. Yeah, you'd say yes.
I don't
feel
say
like.
Yeah. But
I've heard. Okay, never mind. Anyways,
being a bitch is kind of attractive. Yeah.
But I think it's not even being a bitch or being a douchebag. It's the owning. It's the owning.
It's like, I know who I am, but fuck you.
Fuck off, I'm going to do it anyways. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I could see that, yeah. So anyways, going back to the TikToks, how long have you been a member? Is that the right word for it? How long have you been a part of TikTok?
I've honestly been on it like for the past year. I didn't have it when it was Musical.ly. I know it was transitioned or whatever. But I had it probably for the past year when it got really, really big.
So let's give a history lesson for those who don't know. There was an app called Vine. You made 15-second videos. Became very popular. Then it went down in under. And then after that...
everybody on Vine went to
everyone
YouTube.
on Vine went on YouTube. Then after that, this app, Musical.ly, where you could lip sync to music to songs. You could lip sync it, create different style videos. They kind of in the same vein of Vine, but not really. It was really sort of oversaturated with a lot of younger people, and then sooner a lot of older people, and then it migrated to TikTok. I think it just changed the name.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I don't think they changed much about it.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know a lot about that, but TikTok is when it became super popular because it was cringe fucking central on there.
It really
My
was.
God, I felt like I watched 6 videos of cringe on TikTok every single day. And I don't
But
have
that was
TikTok.
the trend.
That was YouTube.
Trend was cringe.
Yeah.
It's like
That's what
it's so
became
cringy,
popular.
but we love it.
Well, that's what TikTok is, and that's what I kind of want to
cream.
get to, is that you hate it, right? Like you know why I would hate it.
Yeah.
You know exactly why.
Right.
You're like, okay, I get it.
I get it.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
you like it. Do you think if I downloaded TikTok, I'd like it?
Yeah. I think anybody, once you download it, because it's also like the same kind of thing. Your For You page will be an algorithm. Like the stuff that you like and the stuff that that's the stuff that you're going to be able to see. So like if you got a TikTok, you're going to get fed the stuff that you're into. And like it's just one of those apps that like when I'm in bed or I'm not doing stuff or I'm waiting in line to get my food it's just
Okay, I'll be honest with me. How many times you open up your phone and let's say you scroll through Twitter or you scroll through Instagram.
I deleted my Twitter, so I don't have a Twitter anymore. I told you that last time.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Well, I keep Twitter on my iPad, right?
I forgot you always have an iPad.
It's the only thing I use it for.
The longest time.
It's so sick.
Okay,
but
anyways.
Yeah, you want to get into my idea for the
No,
my
it's not.
iPad?
We're going to move past it.
I feel like now they want to know my idea for my iPad. Okay.
It's not an idea.
So
It's Jet being Jet
here's
that
my
likes
idea. This is a golden idea.
prank the world.
I'm going to get rid of my iPhone, and I'm just going to have my iPad. I'm going to use that as my phone.
He's going to whip that out
I'm
in
going to
Walmart.
whip it out and just start texting on it and FaceTiming. Because it's the same fucking thing. It's the exact same thing.
But it's not convenient, and you know it's not. But you just want to like...
Just think how great that would be.
Yeah.
There's
Hello?
There's so many times. Oh, God, just imagine at work I'm FaceTiming someone in front of everybody.
I
That'd be
know.
so great.
You
Have you seen those
definitely get some
pictures where they're like... It'd be so great. You seen those pictures where it's like people with iPads that take photos of themselves? Mm-hmm. God, I hate
And you're
those.
like in the mirror. And you have
Yeah,
to hold
that
it,
was
like,
that was the main thing is people wanted me to take like fucking selfies with my iPad.
That's hilarious.
I hate that I have it, but I also love it.
I don't like think it's bad to have an iPad, but like to use it as a
So
phone,
expensive.
I'd probably draw the line. But that's just me.
You just put it in your backpack and whip it
I
out.
was gonna say that's not fitting in your back pocket. That's for damn sure.
Oh fuck no! Can you imagine though? That's what I think the future is.
That
the
kind
future.
of phone. I think it's gonna be like a little tiny thing.
Fuck no! It just goes bigger than smaller, and bigger than smaller. That's all.
Y'all
that
heard
happens.
how high that?
I can get pretty high.
You can.
We do falsetto, and I get pretty high. with
Okay.
it.
Anyways, we're getting off topic again.
Oh yeah, we get off topic a lot. So going back to TikTok, circling back around to TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay. So Trump's going to ban it, supposedly. In
Yes.
45 days, it has a life expectancy.
He talked about either just because the Chinese government or whatever, they own it, that either somebody needs to buy it or needs to get the fuck out.
That's what's so fucking crazy about it.
And it was several other apps too. It wasn't just TikTok.
Yeah, it falls under, I think,
That's the only one that people care
there's some
about, though.
games that fall under that.
There was like
popular,
a there's
like
games
I
and
think-
there was like a WeChat or it was like
Yeah.
a chat message app, something
See,
like
that's
that.
what's so crazy. It dives more deep into TikTok, but TikTok gets the main thing because it has the most pull for
Right,
it.
that's what everybody cares about.
What are the odds you think it goes under?
I don't think it's gonna go under. I think it's way too big right now, and I don't know who, but somebody's not gonna let that happen. And right now they're talking about Microsoft buying it. I don't know if that's been done or not.
Here's the other
but-
bit. So if that happens, do you think that's... I mean, what's to stop him from doing it from other? Do you think that's okay?
I don't think
mean,
people really care.
yeah.
I just think as long as it's there,
'Cause this whole,
unless they change
not
it
to
completely.
get too political, but a lot of this, not even with the Trump administration, but
Yeah.
with the sort of American system that we have, is that these companies like Apple, they're making phones in different countries because they're cheaper or whatever, or they can get out of taxes. I don't know exactly why, but they want stuff to be American made.
Yeah.
So American can make more money off of them.
Right.
Do you think that sort of rhetoric falls in this sort of category?
Yes, but at the same time, I think it's also because of the sensitivity with that specific country right now. I think
China.
if it was like France or freaking
Japan?
like Japan, I don't know, like something just like
I don't know.
sweet. I don't know, like Sweden, Finland, something real neutral, something just like they wouldn't really blink twice about it.
Yeah.
But just right now, especially just because our world right now
the
is so
tension is getting heated.
yes, that it's like, oh no,
Well, let's
not
not
even
get
an
too
app.
political here.
No, I'm just saying, but like that's the reason. I think not even an app can exist.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But the whole thing underlines like they're gonna steal our data, data, whatever the fuck that means. And I'm willing to admit I don't. I mean, I get it what it means.
I get it too, and that's the thing is that I actually looked up a video and I was like, what does that even? Not only what does that mean, but like I was kind of like curious because everybody when they were talking about it made it seem like if you have that app, China's looking through your phone. And like I watched this video, I was like, no.
No, that's not really
If
what it is.
you like, they're like, okay, if you want to really be safe and you want to think about it, if you are someone who is in the military and is stationed, might not want to have the app on your phone, just in case there's somehow that app being on your phone can get encrypted and can lead to them accessing shit on your phone. But other than that, like, or a government agent or someone who works, whatever, maybe you don't want the app on your phone. But if you're a 12-year-old girl that dances to music on TikTok and really, you're fine.
No, China's watching, bro.
China doesn't give a shit about
fucking watching, bro.
What chat you're in, what you is you're in your Google search. Like, no. That's not really how it works.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's going to get banned. I don't think it's really going to go anywhere. I think in a couple months it'll just be nothing. Although I'm for it getting banned. Don't get me wrong. I'm for like the death of TikTok.
I mean, honestly, part of me is like, yeah, go ahead and like kill it because I could spend my time doing different things. But
that's the other thing is like if TikTok goes under, something else will rise. That's what happened to Vine. That's what will happen to TikTok. If it goes down, something else will just take its place.
You're right.
And there's apps right now that are waiting for it. There's apps that want that to go down. They're just waiting. Oh, dude, if TikTok fucking demolishes, then we're good.
I drank that too fast.
You did, dude. I'm fucking sipping this shit.
Now I want another one.
You can get another one.
Well, I'm gonna wait till like you're on a roll talking and I can like sneak off.
Oh, you're fine. We can do it now. I kind of wanted to change that camera to be honest with you.
Perfect.
So we'll take a quick break here.
This
Another
one's gonna be
break.
full of breaks.
Okay, so let's just jump right into it. Let's make this quick. Favorite TikToker? Right now. Who's your favorite? I'll tell you mine, bro.
Ew.
Addison Rae.
Oh yeah. Tell them why though. It's not even because she's pretty or her content.
Now, I have no idea who this girl is, like, at all. Like, I have no idea what her content is or anything.
She dances pretty much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. She is attractive, though. But that's not the reason why I
gorgeous.
follow her. I follow her because I was looking all this TikTok shit up, and it turns out we share the same birthday. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So I was like, I'll get in more to the TikTok world or whatever. And we'll just see how that goes. So who's your favorite?
I don't know if I have like a favorite because it also like depends. Because I'm like weirdly
The glass people or whatever you're talking about?
the what? Oh,
The
well,
people who
like
make the
yeah,
glass or
that's what I'm
some
saying.
shit.
Like I watch weird stuff. I also watch a lot of photography TikTok because I think that's really cool. Of how like photographers like take their pictures, like when
Like editing or something?
not well
Or just-
that, but like on top of that, positioning and like you'll have like a camera and like you see like cool action shots of like I don't know if like there's something like if you take a picture through a tunnel or something like that and like I don't know, I can't even describe it, but
It's
like
fine. It's fine.
photography.
But let's say, okay, TikTok has influenced our lives, whether we like it or not. It has in some way, shape, or form influenced us in some way. And the most notable way that has influenced us is music.
Yes.
Now, I follow music a lot. I love fucking music. The other day, I was walking around work, and I was like, hey, what are you listening to? What is your favorite song right now? And I made a whole fucking playlist of this shit. I just walked around, and I was like, this is the weird thing, too. When I was walking around talking to people, they were just like, they were kind of taken aback by it because they were just, I don't, maybe it comes from a vulnerable state. Maybe it comes from like a place of where they don't want to admit it or something, but they almost didn't want to tell me.
Right.
Or they're just too afraid to tell me what, like,
Well, it's putting someone on the spot. It's like that. It's like,
Yeah.
like it's like, I don't
yeah.
know.
But I'm like, hey, what's your favorite song right now? Like, just don't even, like, you get in the
Yeah.
car, what's the first song you're playing? I want to listen to it. I want to know what that is right now because I want to hear it. Because there's so many times where, like, you mentioned earlier, you're on TikTok. It consumes so much of your time.
Yeah.
And the way it does it is because it predicts what you like. And it knows you.
Mm-hmm.
It knows what you like based off what other people tell it to like. There's no one curating. When we go on Apple Music or Spotify, there's no one curating those playlists. There's
That's
no
pure
one saying,
algorithm.
yeah, it's just an equation. It's just something that's being thrown around in just fucking numbers that tells you, oh, you like this band, you'll love this one.
Right.
And you know what? They're right because you do.
Right.
But what they can't predict is the human sort of side of it. It couldn't create that playlist that I went around asking everyone.
Right.
There's no fucking way
Absolutely
in hell.
not.
The only way I could have done that is just by going around asking people. And that's what this sort of social media pushes, is this algorithm upon us that says, hey, you like this artist? Do this.
Yeah.
And what that's going to transcribe to is like later on, not even just with the music that we like, but maybe that the things that we eat. You know? The stuff that we're into. The TV shows that we like. Netflix fucking says what you know.
True.
It's integrating in all of our culture.
That is true because you have that like percentage at the bottom of the Netflix things where it tells you the match.
People want to say we're unique, we're different, you're
We're
fucking
predictable as shit.
You fall into a category, you fall into a subcategory. You know, that's okay.
We're so easy to manipulate. And like we can be manipulated by an app.
Yeah. But what you need to realize is that is happening and that you are the product of that. Because that's all you are to these companies. It's just products. They just want to sell you something. They want you to buy from them. And the way that they're going to do that is believing that you're being sold something that doesn't look or act or taste the exact fucking same thing as everything you've already had before.
Right.
And that's my problem with TikTok, is that it's just like a cover up for all these other social media apps.
I guess, but it's entertaining. Like that's at the end of the line. It's entertaining, and people like to go on it. And at the same time, I was telling you earlier, the biggest thing is everybody. Like, yes, I think our whole world is like, not our whole world, but especially America, is driven by money. Yes, but I say the close second is fame. There's so many people that want to like be famous or be known or be in the spotlight or die like being somebody. So like these platforms, whether it's Vine, Twitter, Instagram, anything like that, people just want to be famous on it because at that point they can do anything else after that.
Well, the underlying psychology to it all, and the reason why people want that, is because they want to inadvertently live forever.
Yeah, I feel
they
important
want to be,
too.
as long as you're remembered, then you live a certain way. You know what I mean? But that's just not going to happen. I was watching this Vsauce video the other day, and it was just, he brought up a good point. He was just like, name 10 people from the 1500s. We know them.
Right.
There's fucking Wikipedia pages on them, but you couldn't name them.
Right.
And the same thing's going to happen to you.
Oh, yeah.
You won't even be in that fucking Wikipedia page.
That doesn't bother me, though. I don't really
it doesn't bother me either.
I don't really
like,
think I want to be.
Yeah, because at what cost do you have to do that? At
Right.
what, I mean.
Exactly. Like, what do you have to, like, dedicate your whole life to doing?
Be a cringe TikTok poster?
Right. Seriously, though. Because,
Exactly.
like, half those people, now that they have a platform, now they're selling merch. Like,
Yeah.
now they want to do this. Now they're doing
Well,
songs.
That's what makes me think, okay, was it really, I mean, was this the real reason? Like, where's the authenticity to it all? Where's the people that want to do it just to do it?
TikTok is not authentic. That's the one thing I will say. Vine was, but TikTok is just copycatting. Like, someone posts a dance, 50,000 million people will 50,000 million, Kendall? That's not
A lot of people.
A lot of people will turn around and do that same dance or that same trend or that same challenge or that same voiceover. Like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's so successful and people still love it because your For You page can be literally scrolling through the same song but just different bitches dancing to it, or the same challenge, just different people
It's
attempting to do
entertainment,
it.
dude.
Yeah,
We're just bored out of our fucking minds.
that's true.
That's
And when
all
I
it
say
boils
bitches,
down
I
to.
didn't mean like bitches. I just meant like females.
You only say that because I'm against using that word.
You're against it? I
I
know,
know. I don't use.
bitch.
I use cunt. I don't
Yeah,
use-
which I don't know why you would openly admit that and not bitches.
Why?
I just sometimes that's a habit of me and my friends. Like sometimes we're like bitch, bitch, bitch.
It's
And, like we're
different.
just.
It's
I'm
just-
not
it's
calling you a
just
bitch.
different.
I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
calling
yeah.
you girl.
No, I'm not
I'm
trying to
saying
call
bitch.
you out there. I'm not calling you out here.
All right, bitch.
You can say that. I'm not. Yeah, we're gonna end it there. So, anyways, with TikTok, I think with the algorithms in place here, I think that's what just pisses me off about it, because it's influenced music for me. So, take for example, Doja Cat. Her last LP, great shit. I fucking loved it.
I love her.
Yeah, she's a great artist, but her fame and notoriety was sparked. Well, I wouldn't say sparked, but I would say that she became much more popular through TikTok, which I think is a good thing. Her song Say So, which is a great song, wasn't popular until it got on TikTok and the trends started
Oh yeah,
coming
and then
out.
Nicki made a remix to it.
Yep, which happened recently.
Mm-hmm.
And so after that, you take not even Doja Cat, but you take Sugar, Brockhampton. I was playing that earlier.
Yeah.
And that's how you knew it. Was
I
through
didn't know the
TikTok.
people, but I knew the song. I
Yeah.
knew the lyrics, but I didn't even know who sang it.
Another one came to mind. There was one that was like Ashi Nico or something. It was like stupid. Anyways, these songs were becoming more and more popular
Yeah.
through TikTok. And it's interesting because it used to be, TikTok would use these songs to get popular, but now it's the other
Opposite.
way around. People are now creating songs to get on TikTok to
Prime
become.
example. Mm-hmm.
All right,
Absolutely.
what's your example?
Prime example is Jason Derulo.
Yeah.
Jason Derulo. I don't know why that came out wrong. Jason Derulo. He didn't. I mean, like he's
He's
a
popular, but
he's a well-respected artist, but he wasn't coming
Well, I
out
don't
with
know
new
about-
shit as much as whatever.
I don't know if he's well respected here, but
Not, I mean, like people definitely been teasing him, especially because he's so big on TikTok, and then he's like this famous guy that like just has all these like teenagers over to his house to do TikToks. But anyways,
we're not talking about that.
he has released. It's been like 3 songs now. I think it was like
He's-
3
yeah.
songs, and all gotten like huge
yeah.
and viral just because they're being created to be on TikTok
Yeah.
or to be used by
So,
TikTok and their people.
There's a song I really like. I implore everyone to fucking check it out. I'll link it. Fuck it. It's called Chicken Wing.
What?
Yeah. So this song is really stupid. It's co-produced.
Chicken Wang?
Yeah, I think so is what it's called. It's a really stupid song, and I can't help but to think like this was only built because it just makes no sense.
Right.
But it has some good beats in it, and it was only built just. I feel like it was built for TikTok.
Yeah.
I was like, this was made to get on there, and now when I'm going through more and more music, it's like, oh, everyone in the comments are saying this is from TikTok or this is because of TikTok. Like I made a whole 2019 playlist, right, of songs that I loved from 2019 that I gave you that you didn't listen to. And well, so many of them were like, a few of them were just from TikTok.
Yeah.
And was like, that's the only reason why I knew them.
Yeah.
Was because of TikTok. If TikTok was not big, I would have not have known about these songs. I didn't get them through TikTok, but that's how I figured them out.
Right. And TikTok, I feel like recycled a bunch of songs. Like not recycled in the way of just like not, especially the people that TikTok platform reaches, the songs that they recycled, those people never would have like listened to that music
Yeah.
because they just don't follow
I
that
agree.
artist or they don't do that kind of stuff. But like because you turn it into a dance or because you turn it into some kind of trend or the background
Yeah.
of a challenge, now all these people are being exposed to that kind of song or that genre
Yeah.
or that artist that they wouldn't have been exposed to before.
Yeah. No, there's a great example there because there was I think someone was making a TikTok, or they were watching TikTok. I was watching someone watch a TikTok, and it was just on, like in the background, listening to songs. And there's an artist called Say Anything. It's a great artist, but he makes a lot of like kind of funnier, kind of out there songs sometimes, like saying just like outrageous things. And one of the songs is "Wow, I Can Be Sexualized Too" or something. And I'm sure if you heard it, you probably would know it.
Maybe.
But in that song, it's so like just out there.
Yeah.
And then when it plays in the background of the TikTok, I was like, that's a great song. I was like, do you know that song? And they're like, no, it's just TikTok.
Right.
And I was like, holy shit.
But like that's the other thing. It's like no, it's a song.
It's
TikTok's
a song.
using it.
It's a song
and it's like,
TikTok's
no.
using. But they're getting notoriety
Right.
through it, which I mean, I think is a pretty good thing.
It is.
So what I think, well, here's the downside to it, is at what point would artists want to be paid to be on there? Or at what point do you think like TikTok would allow artists to be like, hey, our platform reaches X amount of these fucking Zoomers.
Yeah.
And you want their money, don't you? Because they're the ones who are going to pay to go to the concert.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're the ones who are going to up front, and you want the sort of younger crowd and the hype around it. I mean, why wouldn't you just, not even as like an artist, but as a record company
True.
who has the money to distribute this, be like, yeah, I'll do that. Like, why wouldn't Columbia Records fucking do that? Let them use Justin Bieber song or Ariana Grande song.
I don't know because I think a majority of songs
That's
are
Republic Records, sorry.
on TikTok. Like a lot of them are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's just where I fall in the category of like, if that's how most people, I mean, because it shocked me because it was influencing me and the music that I listen to, even though I don't even have TikTok and I don't go through TikTok, but it still affected the music that I heard and the music that gave it notoriety. Because you'll follow like Pitchfork, or Pigeons and Planes. They were like music reviewers. Or like Dead in Hip Hop or The Needle Drop. These are people, YouTube channels that'll like review music. And so if they say an album's good, it's like, maybe I should check it out.
Right.
Maybe I should see what's up.
So if TikTok's using the songs.
So if TikTok uses a song and they're in TikTok and they say, this song's good, it's like, well, if
it
they
should
like
be
it,
song. Yeah,
it's a good song.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
Yeah.
I'm listening to the TikTok. I'm listening to that song because of TikTok.
Very true.
So while I hate it, I have to give recognition towards it of being like, well, it's
And I will say TikTok has everything to do too with like the catchiness and the trendiness of it. Like, for instance, that song that you played, yes, nobody really knew that song, but now the whole world knows one verse of it. You know what I mean? That one verse is the only thing that is on your For You page, and that one verse is the one thing that you're walking around your house just randomly busting out and singing with.
Here's the thing, though. Is that good? I mean, I think of a lot of songs that are just like, they get stuck in your head. That doesn't make them good.
That's true. It makes them catchy.
Yeah. I don't even want to sing that. I'm thinking of so many songs right now.
I'm thinking the one that you.
I don't.
Yeah.
But there's so many songs that I don't like that get stuck in my head, and it's like that doesn't make it a good song.
Oh, I'll get irritated the third time I start busting out to song with them. Like, damn it! Like, stop singing that, Kendall. It's so like I'm getting on my own nerves.
Not to get on work, but at work, God, fuck, that happens so many fucking times. I don't even listen to the music that's playing there, but I know all the fucking words to it. God, it's so annoying.
The back of house dictates music. So.
Hey, when
I
I'm
don't
washing
even care.
dishes,
Shayna
bro.
slays on that mic. Like, I don't care. I love when she's on aux.
Yeah, it's a really different mood for what you listen to that night. That really pushes it, dude.
There's some people that complain though.
Ooh. That's a little after show pod there. That's just for our workers, our worker pod.
I mean, they're majority of listeners, so we're on to you.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, speaking of Shayna, who's a chef back there.
Amazing
So
too.
crazy.
She won, didn't she?
Corona ruined it. She won in our company.
Okay, anyway, sorry.
She's been pushing the podcast a lot, but she keeps calling it a porn podcast. And I'm like, it's not.
Why? Because the lights?
No, because
she just thinks everything's sexual, though. That's just Shayna.
that's back house. If you've never worked in a restaurant, everything in back of house is sexual. They just, I don't know what it is. It's just something being back there. Maybe it's the grease or the fucking atmosphere, but there's some horny motherfuckers back there, dude. It's crazy. And front of house is not like that.
I know. Shayna can turn anything dirty, and that's why I freaking love her.
Because I work in back house a couple times, and she's one of the 2 females back there.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell
she's
you.
the most sexual.
I know, but you never work a boring shift with Shayna.
It's funny.
That's for
Yeah,
damn
it's fun.
sure.
I'll say that. Front of house is like when you're working as a server, you're like just by yourself, really. I mean, you have people, but it's just
Yeah.
you and your tables. When
Right.
you're back a house,
It's
it's
just you and your
like a
boys.
team.
Yeah.
And you can say and do whatever back there because like everyone's so busy, they're not paying you any money.
And it's not like you have to
So-
like be cautious of what you're saying. Like if you're in the dining
Yeah, I
room
know.
talking and some some
dude,
clients can hear
we're in the
you.
back cussing up a
Guests.
storm. They're like, you got to cool it because they can hear you out there.
Oh,
There's
the
people at
amount of
bar,
times
yeah.
I have that comment. The amount of times Matt's like, Kendall, inside voice. I'm like, Matt, I wasn't born with
Well, you're really loud, so that kind of goes for you. So, anyways, TikTok has been moving culture insanely, and it's just it's helped me out realize a bunch of songs, but it's also I have to admit like it's not for the betterment of everything.
What do you mean?
So if TikTok goes down, I'm kind of for it
right.
because we're wasting our time on it,
Well,
not
that's
with
for
just
sure. That's
TikTok,
like
but with
any
just social
app.
media.
Yeah. That's any app.
I'm a slave to it.
I'm
I
a
hate
slave
it.
to
That's why I don't want to download it because I know there's
You
a part of me
shouldn't.
that would like it. So
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking do it. I'm already enwrapped in, it's like I have my
YouTube.
own thing like YouTube. But I mean, I just keep YouTube videos on, just keep fucking playing them, just keep
Yeah.
going with that. So let's see, what else do we want to talk about? The TikTok, we talked about the banning of it, which is not going to happen.
I don't think it will.
I think Microsoft is probably going to buy it. If not Microsoft, then they're going to sell it to another
I'm
company.
pretty
Because that'd be so
sure they
stupid
did,
if they didn't.
but like I don't know for sure if they did, but I'm like pretty sure they did.
The music side of things. There was something else I wanted to talk about.
I know. I'm
keep
gonna say
forgetting.
that's what I'm saying. I'm just
This
trying-
rum, or not rum, fuck. This
It's
whiskey that we're
not the
drinking.
whiskey. It's the fact that we just talked about it, so our brains and we feel like we talked about it, but like we don't know if we talked about it on this one.
What? The hell? You just blow my mind, bro.
Why? The podcast.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the whiskey.
No, I'm talking about the podcast.
All right, so we can just talk more about TikTok if you want.
Okay.
Let's see. Where does TikTok go? I'm trying to
Well,
remember where we
I
started.
do remember we talked about that all these people, all these TikTokers, one on influencer or these influencer TikTokers, whatever,
Yeah.
they are inevitably trying to put their foot in the door in the entertainment business. Like I think we haven't seen the last of like half of these TikTokers. Like even if the TikTok app goes away, it's not even like YouTube. I think it's just the entertainment business because at the same time, do you know how many freaking like shows that the like Hype House or Sway House or any of these TikTokers
Hype
have
House,
been interviewed
boys.
for? Like
Yeah.
you just the news and anything like that just looks at what's being blown up right now, and it's the little, even if it is the little house of like 16-year-olds
Well,
that are making dances, like that's just what's trendy right now.
That's what I was against. Was not necessarily the Hype House or anything. Or TikTok. I
Are
am
you
against
Hype House or
TikTok.
you Sway House?
I'm Hype House because that's the only one that I can recognize. No, there's like someone I follow on social media.
I'm
and
Hype
she,
House too.
She
It's
writes.
okay.
She writes a lot about TikTok and stuff,
Oh really?
and so that's the only way I figured out about it. She writes for the New York Times about like TikTok and stuff.
That's
and
what
the
I'm
influence.
saying. That's my literal example. Like the New York Times, something that's like how many real things are like actually like published in that, and then they're
Yeah.
fucking writing about the Hype House
Yeah,
or TikTok. It's just because it's trendy right now.
it's interesting. That's what I'll say. I don't think it's anything but just,
Popularity.
yeah.
Oh my god, everybody's looking at this, so let's all look at it. We have to like say
Well-
something about it because everyone's looking at it.
Here's the thing with it is that like I hate it because it's cringy as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but most
Like-
people love it because it's cringy as fuck.
Well, yeah, but people admit it. Like you admit it, it's
yeah,
cringy.
it's cringy.
Like it's bad. But people look at what I'm doing here
And think it's cringy,
and think, why would you do that?
right?
It's cringy. But in my mind, I'm like, it doesn't
It's
matter.
awesome, yeah.
And that's exactly what they're thinking.
And they
So,
also like are getting
I sort
paid.
of come. Well, they're getting paid. I'm not. Please subscribe. So I come to the conclusion of just like, no matter what you do, like if it's TikTok, if it's YouTube, if it's the podcast, if it's anything, like people will view it as cringy. People will see it as like, why? I mean, I go to people all the time and tell them I have a YouTube channel, and they look at me like I'm fucking insane. Like, why
Yeah.
the fuck do you have a YouTube channel? But that's half the fun of it.
Right.
You know, because Why not?
Right.
Why the fuck not? Wouldn't you have him do it? Why wouldn't you just fucking do it? Like, at the end of the day, it's what you think of people. Like, what you think people think of you that's going to dictate what you do?
Hell no. I mean, at
Why
the end
the
of the
fuck
day,
would you do that?
That just reverts us back to, like, the most basic thing that we're taught. Like, why are you doing something to, like, appease or please someone else? You're not.
So I've come to the conclusion TikTok gets a pass in my book.
Really?
Because all in all,
They gonna hate.
Haters
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah. If you like what you're doing and if you make money off of it, you know what I mean?
Especially if you make money off of it.
What's the worst that happens? People call you cringy on the internet?
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares what they think anyways?
At the end of the day, they're sitting in their dark room, sitting on the internet judging you while you're out here making how much money? Like, who
Well, the
fuck
money's not the
cares?
big deal about it. But what I'm saying is, like, the context of it all is just like, if what people I do as cringy,
Yeah.
if I do it,
If it makes you happy.
if I do YouTube, people will be like, oh, that's cringe. Why would you do that? If I don't do it, people will be like, well, why do you care what people think?
Right.
It's a lose-lose no matter what. So at the end of the day, you got to do what you want to do.
You do you, boo-boo.
Because you know what? There's going to be haters fucking everywhere.
Haters be your motivators, man.
It's just... So I've just come to the conclusion that
Do what you want.
TikTok is the new podcast.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I lost them there.
No. Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and withdraw my support from that statement.
TikTok is for Zoomers. Podcast is for doomers.
Boomer.
That's what millennials are called. You're not a millennial. You're a Zoomer. Sorry.
I'm a Zoomer?
Yeah, you're a Zoomer. Do you know that?
I'm 1998.
I think it's people born after 96 are Zoomers. Fact check me right now.
I can't.
One of us is right. One of us is wrong. Wait, that's both these ways. Anyways, I think you're a Zoomer.
I don't think I am.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter at all. I just know I'm a millennial. A doomer,
I think I'm
as
a
we're
millennial.
called.
I think I can't really say that word. All my
A
friends.
millennial?
Please don't clock me.
No,
All my friends are
no,
laughing right now
that's
who
just
watch me because they
fucking
make
shit,
fun of me.
bro.
That's the one word that I like, really struggle saying.
That's the one word you can't fucking say is millennial?
Yeah. I can
Okay.
say it, but
all right,
it just...
fine. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, because please don't make me try to say
Do you have
it.
a speech impediment?
No, why? Do I mess up a lot?
You did in the last podcast. I had to cut a lot of shit out. No, I'm just kidding. I had to cut out one thing.
Maybe I don't. Millennial.
Millennial. You have
There
to
we
like
go.
enunciate.
I miss the L. I always say like millennial.
Yeah.
Millennial.
You just slur. You just put it on the
And a
same.
enemy.
Finding Nemo. Speaking of Pixar, Ratatouille, we need to watch that later.
Okay, we have to take a break for a second.
You gotta pee?
I'm like it's like uncontrollable.
I gotta pee too. We'll take a quick break.
I'm
we'll come
so
back
sorry.
and we'll talk
I've
about the
been
next
trying to fight
podcast.
it 'cause
I mean, I gotta pee too. This is really hitting hard. I think I was wearing these backwards. I think I was wearing these backwards the whole time.
Stupid.
Are we recording? Oh, too soon?
That's like so too soon. If you figured out, I would be like, get the fuck out, Jet. I don't give a shit.
Here we go. We're back again, baby. And I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna end this shit strong. Cheers to the last bit of the episode. If you're at home, clink that glass. Let's go, dude.
You could totally reach farther, and I'm the one
I
struggling.
did, but I wanted to get what I was saying in there. So, quick swig.
Little ASMR.
It needs some more Sprite. Sprite's good as fuck.
Don't be a little bitch.
Okay. So I was on Reddit. I'm one of those guys. And there's a post on there that was like, it was from the 1920s, 1930s, old as fuck, about 100 years ago. And it was envisioning life where you could have a mobile telephone in your pocket. You remember this? We talked about it last podcast.
Yeah.
The podcast had to delete. So it talked about how the struggles of everyday life if we had a mobile telephone in your pocket and what that would look like and what that would be. And so it was funny because it was kind of right with everything.
Right.
Of like they're on a train, which of course we won't, but the stigma still stands. Where it's like it interrupts you when you're in a conversation, interrupts you at work, interrupts you when you're doing something. It just takes over your whole fucking life.
It does.
And they were spot on with
So-
that. 100 years ago, they could predict how much our lives would be so constrained to this fucking phone.
Yeah.
But what they didn't realize, and what's interesting to it all, is that You could just silence it.
Right.
Or you could
Put it
just
on
text
vibrate.
it.
Yeah.
Vibrate.
Put it on text.
Or people would just text you.
Yeah. Instead of
And
calling you.
Instead of calling you, they could just text you. Now, I mean, calling existed before the texting.
I was gonna say, I'm a little
it's
bit of the
like-
opposite. I prefer calling.
Really?
Yeah.
My friend Sam is like that. He's like, no, I just want to call.
Just
get it
call
out."
me. Like, I
It
don't
is
really like
easier.
texting all day. I'm kind of like, I get bored with that, or I get like kind of like, I'll do it, especially if I'm like, whatever. But
Yeah.
I like FaceTiming too. I know you don't, which is why I
No,
asked
I
Jet.
don't. I don't hate it. I just
I would FaceTime, like me and my friends, like I will, like if I'm like bored and I'm just like, ugh, like I don't want to like hang out with someone right now because it's a lot of effort, but like FaceTime my friend, like, hey, how was your day?
I just don't like having to hold it there and just like
Prop it up.
get my hand
It's all about
on
them angles,
fucking
Jet.
fire.
See, now prop it up. The amount of times I'm like eating and like talking to my friends or talking to my mom, I'm gonna start FaceTiming you. We're gonna start FaceTiming.
No, because you're gonna call me at a bad time.
Then don't answer. I hate when
Will
people
do.
say that when they answer me. Like, you call me at a bad time. Then why the hell did you answer? The amount of times that I'm in the middle of something, I look at a phone, I'm like, not answering that.
That
Just
doesn't
don't
make
answer.
sense, I guess. Then it feels more rude just to be like,
No, then when you have time, text me, hey, I sorry I missed your call. And I'll either be like, oh, it was for nothing. Like, I was just calling you to call. So, like, you don't even need
Yeah.
to call me back. If it was a bad time, it's a bad time. Don't answer.
yeah,
I wouldn't.
I guess so.
I'm not going to
I
answer
probably
and be like,
won't
it's a bad
never
time.
answer. I'm gonna answer that next time you call me.
And I'm like,
Sorry, it's a bad time.
I'm gonna be like, fuck you.
And hang up immediately.
Wait.
But no, it's funny how like 100 years ago they could envision a life with a telephone, but they can't necessarily predict everything else that goes along with it. They get the central idea right, but there's things that they can't like they couldn't
Comprehend.
understand.
Yeah.
Like if I were to go back in time and hand them a telephone, I don't think they'd use it.
Especially the touchscreen. I think that would like
Exactly.
shock them
It'd be
most. It'd be like,
like,
what?
what the fuck is
like,
this?
What?
I think they could get it. I think they'd understand it.
It would just be impressive as shit.
Yeah. But not just the idea of a telephone. That's not what I'm getting at here. The idea of always being connected.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to get too into this because I'll save it for another podcast. But I'm a big fan of Ariana Grande. And so when I had Twitter on my phone, it would always send me updates of like what she tweeted because you can get notifications. Of
Right.
it. I think that to them would just be so far like,
Yeah.
why?
I mean, everything
who
though
cares?
with the phone is
Yeah.
like staying connected. Like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
It's
TikTok.
like
You're
this
following
person- yeah.
people from other countries sometimes.
I have Twitch on it, and it's like, this person just went live.
Exactly.
This person just posted something. This person just said this. It's always telling me what this person, and the fucked up thing, I don't even know these people. And they don't
Right.
even know that
You
I see it.
Right. That's the biggest thing. It's like you think you know this person because you might know like so much of their content. And then this person like knows you exist because you're a fan, but they don't know you exist.
Like, let's take my favorite TikToker, Addison Rae, okay? Big fan. We share the same birthday.
I love how you call yourself a big fan, but you
I'm a big
can't
fan.
even like you don't even know what she does on the app. You're just like big fan, big fan.
I'm a big fan, okay? I know enough. Anyways, I can't help but think when I watch those 2 interviews with her that there's a sense of like restraint from it. A sense of like,
Yes.
this is not a face. Not that she's fake. I'm not trying to call her out. But of like, this isn't the real you.
Oh, it's because she's trying to be the least controversial she possibly could. Like one little comment, the world will run with it and call her names, say that she's this, say that she's that. Especially because you don't know this, but
Oh, no.
she was a little bit attacked during quarantine, which I
No
think
fucking
leads to why she tries to walk on eggshells.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What was she attacked for?
Black Lives Matter. They said that she was
Oh.
blackfishing. Do you know what
Oh.
that? Have you ever even heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Me neither until this. They said that, which I will say, Addison Rae is not white. Her dad is Hispanic in some
Okay,
way,
yeah,
some kind of
yeah.
like Lopez is their last name.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I didn't know
it's-
this.
Yeah. But I'm just saying she's not white.
Yeah.
Like, but she used a filter. She posted Snapchat, or during quarantine she got dark, and I think she was using self tanner. I think she was tanning or whatever.
Yeah.
And there was one specific selfie that she posted that was during the whole Black Lives Matter and stuff, that everybody was saying that she was blackfishing and pretending to be color
Yeah.
when she's not.
Well, I don't want to get too deep into that.
She
but
went
the
off,
same thing.
but I'm saying she went
Yeah.
off TikTok for a while, a week.
I think
I would say a while is a
I
week.
want to say I remember that.
And everybody's like, "Where's Addison Rae? Where's Addison Rae? Where's Addison Rae?"
Well, that's what's so like. I mean, I don't want to get too deep into
Right.
like any like, but that's what's so like just so crazy about social media now is that like
You even notice their absence.
yeah.
It's like you
Like,
really
she
feel
has
like you know this
such a
person.
presence.
Yeah, you really
But
feel
how
like you
much
know her.
do you know of her? Like I've been following Ariana Grande for years. I think I know her pretty well, but I don't. I have to be realistic. I don't. I've been following her since 2012. I know a lot.
You know what they
Yeah.
let you know.
Yeah. And I guess the same, I mean, I guess it all just falls into like the perception that you give to other people
Yeah.
and how you want the world to perceive you. But I mean, how much of it is actually ourselves? So for instance, let's say I was going to clone you. I'm going to create a Kindle clone. I don't know why
God.
you would want that.
Me neither, honestly.
But do you think who would make the better clone?
Me or you?
You or 10 of your closest friends and family? Who's going to make the better Kindle clone?
Me.
You think you could make a better person? Because that's what the thing is.
No,
Do
I
you
bet my
think-
sister. My sister could make a better me.
Yeah, your sister, your mom, your dad, your brother, your friends.
Yeah.
Do you think they know you better than you know you? Or do you think you know you better than they know you?
I think there's a handful of people that might know me better than I know me because they can call me out when I don't even realize I'm doing things. You know what I mean? Like when you're, I don't know, just little habits that we have doing.
Yeah.
Other people are like, you're doing it again. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, you're doing it again.
But
You
here's
did it yesterday, the day
but
before, the day before. Like, you're doing it again.
Here's the problem. So if I were to create a clone, it's going to be based off an algorithm that's set. It's going to be based off decisions that you've made your whole entire life. You don't like olives. We were eating
Correct.
earlier. I ate the olives for you.
Thank you. My best friend usually does it too.
Yeah.
My other best friend.
Shout out to Danielle, who doesn't watch the show.
Yes, she does.
Anyways, so I ate the olive for you, and it sort of leads to a decision where you can't grow as a person.
From not eating an olive.
No, but that's just what the catalyst to it all is that if I were to base something off of you, I would say Kendall would never do that.
Right.
Kendall would never
Eat an olive.
eat that.
Or a pickle if you know me well too.
Yeah. Kendall would never do any of these things. But there comes a point in time where I've had in my life where they were like, Jet would never drink a beer. Now I drink beers.
That's
Jet
true.
would never like Ariana Grande. Now I like Ariana Grande.
True.
So it leads me to the point of like these decisions that we base off of them.
Yeah.
These algorithms.
They
this
change.
social media that is dictated to your taste is bad. And you sort of have to realize that even though you like to think you're not, that you're unique, beautiful snowflake or whatever, that you're so different from everyone else. At the end of the day, you're not.
I'd say Americans aren't.
I'd say most of the world is. I would just put it as a human nature sort of thing.
Yes, but I will say I think Americans have more of a habit than whatever. But
Yeah.
besides the point. But I think
I agree. Americans
Yeah.
do have this problem. I'll agree with that.
we love ourselves. We love ourselves.
We relish in the idea of like, and that's what TikTok sort of brings. And
We are
social media
better
and
than
the
everybody
whole
else.
thing, is that it sort of gives this idea and this false view of who we think we are and who we let the world think we are.
Yes.
And much as I like to think this podcast is, all curtain. That's why I think people like podcasts is because it's all curtains. It's, nothing like what you see is what you get.
Right.
Sort of. It's still kind of, there's stuff we edit out.
Right.
There's
It's
things
still
that we
kinda
don't.
fake.
Yeah. It's still kind of fake.
Sifted through a little bit.
And that's the sort of trap we're stuck in.
Yeah.
Trying to tolerate what we can and cannot say.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like we give up these sort of liberties that we have just to let people like us and to subscribe.
But
and for what?
Please do.
I mean, please, by all means, do. But that's the trap in the cycle that we're caught in.
Yeah.
But the problem is we don't see it. We see it as in like, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I listen to all types of music. I go to my recommended playlist and it tells me all these things. I'm listening to all kinds of music.
No, you're not.
But you're not. You're inside this box.
Right.
You're inside what Twitter tells you, what Instagram tells you, what Facebook feeds you, what the media says. You're all trapped inside this sort of, God, I'm sounding like a conspiracy theorist.
No, but you're like,
But
you're onto something.
Yeah. You're trapped inside this sort of box. So all I'm
Yeah.
trying is like question that you're not a part of the solution, that maybe you're part of the problem. And that you sort of need to take a step back and realize, what can I do better?
Right.
Not with just like the media,
But with everything.
but with music.
Yeah.
With
I
your place in
really
the
like,
world.
right. I really like what you did. I like that you went around
Yeah.
and asked people their favorite music, especially because that inevitably, I'm sure you were like, what? Like asking people their favorite.
Exactly.
You were like, I was not like,
I don't think
expecting
I did
you.
not. I don't think I mentioned in this
Yeah.
one, but the one thing that set me back was the Cher song.
Yes.
That was suggested to me as a joke by our bartender Will.
Shout out.
Shout out to Will because
I'm glad he told you to because she's amazing.
I'm glad too. And I've gotten a lot of pushback for saying Cher sucks.
And he has
But
good
I'll
taste
give
in
that.
stuff. Like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. I mean, you find new respect for people by what they like and what they tell you to like.
But you
And
also
you shouldn't
find
be ashamed.
you get surprised, which I like that
Yeah.
too about people because at the end of the day, you look at someone, you think you know them, or
Yeah.
you spend how many hours with them at work and you think you know them, but then they tell you what their
Yeah.
favorite song is, their favorite this, that, and the other, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
you like that? Like that's something you enjoy? It kind of opens
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe I don't really like know you.
Yeah. Because the playlist was like Harry Styles, Cher,
I know.
G Herbo, fucking Lil Baby. It
Little
was
baby.
all
That was
over
back
the
of house. That
place.
was back of house.
It was. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was front of house.
Really, I love Lil Baby, but
Yeah.
I think of two people in the back of my head that I know love Lil Baby in back of house.
Yeah. No, it was dope. It was a great fucking playlist.
I like
So,
that you did that, and that makes me want to
It
do
was
like
fun.
you know I'm very big. Spotify I have like 23 playlists.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time into my playlist, and I like different playlists. You've inspired me. I kind of want to do like a
It was
people
fun.
playlist, like
it was
just
fucking fun as fuck.
anytime
I
someone
really
suggests a
enjoy it.
song or like walk around at
Yeah.
work or my friends or something like that. Like I kind of like that. Like just
I went up. I said, "Hey, what's your favorite song right now?" And most of the time, they're like, "I don't really know. You know, I don't
Pick
know what to
one.
say." I'm just like, "Okay, you get in your car. What's the first song you're gonna put on? Whatever that song is,
Yeah.
I'm listening to
even
it.
if it's not your favorite, it's one of your bangers.
Even if it's No Guidance by Drake and Chris Brown, which is on there.
That's a classic though.
It was good. I was like, I hate Drake. And
Really?
I fucking hate
There's
Drake.
a couple songs by Drake that I
We're
love.
not going into it.
I know.
But
know.
what I'm saying is an algorithm could not have made me that playlist.
You trumped
There
an
is
algorithm.
no fucking way.
No, yeah.
Human nature is what made that. And
Yeah.
that's what's the power of music. That's why I enjoy it so much, because it takes you back to a time, it takes you back to a person, it takes you back to a feeling. It evokes everything that's so great about being human within you. And it's through music.
And you work at a restaurant, so you are literally all walks of life, like back of house,
Yes.
front of house
Yeah.
manager, like
That's called-
hostess,
yeah.
16 to some. Wow, like
Yeah.
we have like 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60. You know what I mean? You're literally asking all walks of
Yeah.
life, like from anywhere, everywhere.
That's
of all.
probably that's the greatest thing about working in a restaurant, is that at the end of the day, it's different people from different walks of life.
Yeah.
It's someone who's retired, who's just doing this because they want a little extra cash.
Yeah.
It's kids in college who are doing this for extra money. It's someone's first job.
Yes.
It's someone who's been a fucking fry cook at McDonald's, Chili's,
Yes.
Applebee's, that's been there. And at the end of the day, you have to work together as a team.
Yeah.
Whether or not I like this person, which there's a lot of people I don't like, there's a lot of people I do like, we have to work together as
Right.
a team, because it's not going to fucking work.
And we
if
see each
don't.
other all the time.
Yes.
We're around each
I
other
think
for
the
hours on end.
The misconception with restaurants is that people think it's the customers that cause most problems. It's not. Because you see the customer, I wait on a table, I'll probably never see them again.
They're in and
If
out.
they
They'll piss
come-
us off, but they're out within like 5
If
minutes.
they come in, they'll probably get someone else.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't take any of those feelings to heart, but it's people that I work with, the employees around me that I have to see every single day. So if I have a problem with Kendall, I'm seeing her again.
And constantly being around.
yeah.
Like you're
If I
bumping
get-
into me like
Yeah.
8 times a shift.
And that's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
That's just
We're getting
that's
the
why I
butter at the
enjoy
same
it.
time. We're getting
Yeah.
the drinks. Like we're always right there with customers. You're walking away. Like It's like 2-minute conversations.
So to wrap it all up, I just wanted to say, well, actually, did you want to say anything before we wrap anything up about TikTok? Any final thoughts for everything? Because I'm going to end this fucking show.
I mean, I love TikTok. I'll be kind of bummed if it leaves, but at the same time, I get it. I just think at the end of the day, the way we are, we just look for entertainment, and we seek that way in every media or app that we can.
Hell yeah. It's human nature, honestly.
It really is.
Well, I think we're stuck at this point.
There's no getting out of it.
No.
If it's not TikTok, it's something else.
If TikTok gets banned, just like Vine, something else will take its place.
You're right.
It's just inevitable.
You're right.
And it'll blow up, and there'll be a new Addison Rae. Although I don't think you can replace her.
We forgot to reference this. I referenced it last time.
We're not referencing it.
But she inspired our
Yep.
I don't even know what to call this.
It's a good meme. I actually really like
I
it.
like
I'm
it
going to learn
too.
it by fucking word. So like I was saying, what I've been wanting to do is just to go around and just see what everyone's favorite song was, because music is so big to me. So
and I like that a lot. So I think
Yeah.
you should implement that here.
exactly, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna link the fucking playlist down in below in the comments. So if you want to listen to whatever I listen to, it's down there.
It's not even him. It's everybody.
It's not me. I didn't choose any of the songs. None of the songs are from me.
You have to put one of them in there.
I'll put my favorite song at the moment
I
right
was
now.
gonna say.
But I mean,
Participate.
you'll never know which one it is.
Exactly.
I think you can probably guess it. It's an Ariana Grande song.
Is it the one you played earlier?
No, it's not
okay,
that one.
okay.
It's not Boyfriend, which is a great song. But we'll link it down. I'll put your favorite. I'll put others. And if you want, just comment your fucking. I want to
Yeah.
create more of like a community around it, because I feel like a lot of times people are like, I don't really want to comment the best thing. And you're like, I don't want to comment anything
Luckily,
at all.
Jet welcomes all things, even if it's not the best thing.
I do. I disagree with a lot
Comment
of
your
people.
worst thing.
Yeah, tell me what you hate.
He will love it. He'll be like, "Oh my god, Kendall, I just got this worst comment. I love it."
I relish in the fact that people like, I don't know. So just if you feel free to, I'd want to know.
Yeah.
Like just interested, and I'll add it to the playlist, and we can build like a whole different kind of playlist. It's
Yes,
just, like,
a
different
playlist
music.
of everyone of all
Yeah.
different walks of life. I love that idea. I
Yeah.
love it. I live for it, and I'm gonna do it too.
It's great stuff. Just remember to like this video
And subscribe.
and subscribe.
And
please,
comment
for
your
the love of
favorite
God.
song.
Share it if you want to too. Share it.
Share.
It
There
all
she
goes
is
full
again.
circle. And give me your hate comments, your criticism, anything you want. It's
It's welcome. We welcome it.
it is welcome. Because I wouldn't.
We're here
go
to grow.
around, yeah. I wouldn't go on and comment on different people's videos, but
Yeah.
I want more of a community based around whatever Heavily Spiced is.
You deserve it.
Which
Let's do it.
honestly, I don't want to get too preachy, but I'm gonna take a moment here to say.
Where are you going? I thought you were
Take
getting
all
up.
the moments up. No, I think this whiskey's hitting a little hard. There, buddy. Hey,
That
this-
Angry
is this-
Orchard ain't nothing
Angry-
compared to that whiskey.
This Angry Orchard doesn't fucking compare.
All right, everybody, like, subscribe.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much.
Comment
for
your
joining
favorite
us
song.
again today. Ty, if you're watching this video,
I hope
really
you laughed.
I hope it was
I hope you
entertaining.
fucking laughed, you
Please,
motherfucker.
for the love of God. And thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye.
My message to Kid Leroy is thank you.
Good shit, Addison.